Hello, welcome back. Uh, so same trade from morning that's going on right now. Yes, I'm going to exit on all of them because you can see that information that's going on right now. I entered here, still about 78 points profit. Actually ended here again, but it got stopped out here. Now got stopped out. And if this also gets stopped out, I guess I'll just exit from all of my positions. If this does not get stopped out, then my original target I will stick to. Maybe I have to exit from all of it. How should I exit? Maybe I hoped that it would go up, but it's not. So I was trying to
Tom, you know
exit.
what?
Was trying.
Um,
Was trying to buy, but got stopped out in break even.
and people, see if that works. uh, and now others want to come in. I have to, of course, post that to Tom here. So about that. Okay. Yeah, so let's not do that. I don't know, guys. Okay. Sorry, guys. Tom wanted to speak here in Telegram. I have no idea how to do that, how that works. Sorry about that. Got stopped out. I will try to buy the Nasdaq again on the aggressive school run. Stand by.
Order filled.
So, there we go. Long Nasdaq. Stop loss 28,295. Dow is establishing a trading range. In a trading range, if you want to trade example, buying now.
I have to end this trade as soon as possible. I don't think I can take it next trading day. That's what I think. Still, let's see.
And then get out somewhere in the middle. Look, for a scalp would have worked, huh? Sorry, I'm a little bit still frustrated about the okay. Okay, let's wait for the school run in the Dow. I have a feeling it might be inconclusive. Switch to a 15-minute chart. So we have a bull bar. First bar positive, but closing below its midpoint. It's a long upper shadow. Second 15-minute bar looks like an inside bar. And we're within the confinements of the overnight range. However, we are, so it seems close to all-time highs here. And now that I see this chop, I would be very happy about 100 Dow points and 50 Nasdaq points. Instead, I have 0. And my Nasdaq is not doing well. No follow through there. But if you just look at the bodies of the candles, that surely looks like an uptrend. And this tail here, that was probably the one stopping me out. Okay. I'm buying the Dow here. On a classical school run, even though the ante was on the table, still overall a bullish bias. Long the Dow, however, I will use a stop loss only at the opposite side of the signal bar. So, $49,821. Stop 49,709. My Nasdaq is not doing well at all. Switch to a 15-minute chart. There, the school run looks rather inconclusive, right? We have a first bar positive, but a second bar negative. However, with a small bare body, and it was poking out of there. I was also in the morning jumping the gun a little bit on the school run and took the aggressive school run in the DAX. There was a pullback I needed to puke through, and then the position recovered. Happy with that. So getting rid of this line here. Nasdaq is coming down. Okay. So, strong bullish bias. Somewhat diluted now. Maybe I got a little bit swayed by Tom's very long aggressive buying of the Dow. Should have taken 100 points. But, you know, who knows? Looks like I'm going to get stopped out in the Nasdaq. Bloody hell. And Dow just barely in profit. Okay. Maybe. Yeah, stopped out of the Nasdaq. Damn it. Okay. Not my day, ladies and gentlemen. You see here, you see a trader who's trying and is a little bit frustrated, and I still try to make rational decisions. What's gone is gone. Now looks like taking the ante would have been the better idea. Also, this position is underwater. Yeah. That's going down fast. Don't tell me that the Canadians Ivy PMI, whatever that is, such an influence here. Or did the orange man tweet something? No, just a range-bound market. Yeah, well, on second thought, if you have a situation where you are printing all-time highs, you have a very bullish bias, a large gap up situation. So you should try to buy. And I'm trying to buy here. I was just not good at taking profit. However, there's some room here above. Well, in the situational analysis database, if I see that correctly, there's only one occurrence in the Dow Jones where the first 15-minute bar is positive, the second 15-minute bar positive, and an inside bar on a Wednesday where we opened above prior bar high with a gap up that's bigger than 0.5%, which is one occurrence. And on that occurrence, the market came down. Okay, what's the Nasdaq doing? Ooh, Nasdaq is teasing to buy again, right? I'm not sure if I want to re-enter once more into the Nasdaq, and if I use the bigger stop loss, huh? It's not big size, but it's still my money here on the line. It's my job to be long here. So putting in a long order in the Nasdaq at 28,387. Now we are at where the first bar body closed, where the second 15-minute bar body opened. Trading at that area. Till there the bulls managed to push it back up. Doesn't seem to get higher than that so far. Looks like the stop loss placement. I got saved by the bell here. Hopefully we see another bull bar. Getting the hell out of here. Yeah, well, those of you who have taken the ante here, well done. Well done. Inside bar, trading range, ante, good idea. However, I came from a very strong bullish bias. So I bought. That was my conviction here. And I'm still bullish, especially in the Nasdaq, even though, okay, still a bull close in the upper quarter. Looks more like a doji. Market didn't move at all the past 15 minutes. Maybe the bulls find their balls again, if you don't mind me saying so. Their cojones. Know what I mean? So I got a little bit humbled here. This is certainly not a strong bull trend. This is a trading range, sideways movement in the Dow Jones. And what am I hoping for? That we break out north of it, or that I get out here? So should we trade back at entry? To add to this position, I really see that we clearly trade above this trading range. Could just be also a consolidation, a coiling up before a push higher. So, back at entry, traditional school run, it's triggered now long. Again. This candle has still 12 minutes to go. Hopefully not deflating anymore. Come on, bulls. You got this. All-time highs. Just showing you that was the one occurrence where the Dow Jones had a gap up that was bigger than 0.5%, opened above prior session's high on a Wednesday. First 15-minute bar of the session was positive, second 15-minute bar was inside. And then that happened. So, however, Dow's trading higher, adding to my Dow, adding on my Dow. With a loss in the back, being pretty aggressive here. I hope this trading range behavior is over now and we see a push higher. So, okay, I'm deleting my buy order in the Nasdaq. That doesn't go anywhere. So let's focus on the Dow. So bar number 10 on the 5-minute chart closed above everything else. Made a new high for the day. And I'm hoping to at least get up here. At least there. That's why I added to my position, hoping that this trading range is over. And if it's at least a bull channel, but then I would get problems with my stop loss here on my add-on. Oh. So. Moved stop loss up on my first entry. to where the stop loss of the second position sits, reducing my risk here. I just want one more push. So what I don't want to see is this here, right? Because if this happens, the stop losses are not big enough. They would need to be down here. Come on. How did it look before? Freaking similar, huh? Stop loss is also an area I got stopped out for 0. And where close above set in motion here this last big bull bar. So far we are trading still in the upper third visually of bar number 10. Tja. Come on. Uh, how about that push now, bulls? A pattern of a bull bar and then a long bear bar is broken. Instead we have two bear closes. So second position back at entry. Would be lovely if we see another push. Come on. See how fast you can make money on the open when you get a good fill in the espresso, and how hard it is now to get 100 points. Could get 50. If you have something like this. Always watching the 1 minute chart, the microstructure, but there's a lot of noise here. It doesn't give you as much, or the quality of the signals here is not like on higher time frames. Just for me to gauge if I'm still on the right side here. So what's now important is the close of this current 5 minute bar. Close above prior bar high would be lovely. A push up here would be lovely, but so far this area here seems to be defended well. This is not what I wanted to see. Closed now at the lows. And now bar 14 is trading below 13. I believe I will put stop loss to break even on first entry and the stop loss of my second entry to that of my first. So if we trade below that, and this is not a swing low, and we get back to this structure here, I don't want to be 200% short in the Dow. Uh, 200% long, excuse me. It's getting gloomy here in my little office. Outside was a sunny day, but now the clouds are out. It's getting dark. Might affect my mood a little bit. Still a little bit pissed about not taking profit there. But what can you do? It's an art to switch from a scalping to a holding mindset. And there are days where you bet on continuation, then it doesn't work out. And it would have been easier to just score a few points. Yeah, so I have put my stops below this swing here. If he breaks that, so the market breaks structure, we're not pushing higher right now, we're trading back into the range, and then I'm honestly have it all wrong. Getting closer to my entry once more. Looks like, I don't know, do you like to use trend lines like that? Usually diagonal lines, they represent a little bit. The danger is that you put your bias in there. Yeah. But should that be the case? Well, Getting out here would have been the smart thing to do, huh? Okay, let's not over-explain this. It is what it is at this point. So, what's the Nasdaq doing? Bloody hell, we're up here again. Issuing once more a buy signal. I'm not sure I want to take another position in the Nasdaq. But here we go. Maybe in smaller size. Come on, why not? Buying the Nasdaq here. Nasdaq bought. Tight stop, opposite side of school run signal bar. 90 points. 28,296. Looks like in the Dow Jones I will not get my push. This looks more like the bulls are slowly giving up. One more time here. Come on. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I am closing my Dow position here. Maybe right before it actually moves further, but this is what I've done. So, have to take some profit at one point. Close Dow. Plus 46. So, booking some profits here. Nasdaq, I'm hoping we are breaking out of this now here. Taking a long position in smaller size. Still the danger that we're seeing some sort of bull trap here. And I would run into it. Target would be up here. And if we make all-time highs, then we probably supersede them. This doesn't belong to the cash session. Oh, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Somehow my entries here are showing double. It was just one. It's maybe a little glitch. Let's load that again. There you go. This was a stop out for 0, but I got a little bit of slippage here. So, position ever so slightly in profit, still around the entry more or less. 48 seconds to go on the 15-minute bar, which will hopefully close at its highs. Will not get too aggressive here. Maybe I should if we get a strong bull close. But look at the every other bar here had a lot of overlap, like almost 100% overlap with the previous bar. 80% overlap. So, is this now a bull trap? On the 5-minute, we printed consecutive bull bars closing at their highs. This does in fact look very good. So, let me see if a couple of you guys have written me. DAX is moving up. Well, let's take a look. Yes, DAX is moving up. Thank you for the heads up, Quasim. Question for Q&A. What do you do for a living? Are you a full-time trader? Well, I'm trying to be. So, what is that situational software you are using? Question from Yelmer. That is something that Tom is using and that is under development. It's basically just a database of historic data of charts that you can filter. So that's what that is. When Tom this morning posted you a lot of DAX charts, that's done with the help of that software. Otherwise, Tom uses eSignal. It's a little bit looks a little bit dated. It's a little bit ancient, but basically that's what it is. You can filter historical chart data. So here is Zander de Jonge. Hello, Andy. When you poorly look at the data and the SRS strategy, it should be an anti. Pearly. What is pearly look? I put the strat in an indicator purely for visual aids. Looks lovely, brother. Nasdaq did signal long though. Nope. Well, we are long the Nasdaq. What more can you ask for? If you have done the anti in the Dow, well done. So, my keyboard is too loud.
So, so stopped out 80 points. Have 80, but the principle is that you never look for the top, look for the best, and this is probably the best. Because if I hadn't exited here, probably this would go down. You never know what happens. My target for this was quite high, but I started reversing from here. Still work, I guess. This has so today's history, if I see, 19 at the highest, 97. It's a good trade, because first thing is we sit here on the retracement below driver and then hold it for long as I was in this USS, and this would higher but couldn't go. You can see the trading range. Anyways, and down here, anyways, is red. This is red. Okay, that's all. Good trade.